everyone, and welcome to Midgardia RPG. My name is Hikaru, and we're here today with our Tales of Omeria campaign. We are currently running the path called Hand of the Eight, written by DM Dave, in the world of Omeria, which is his homebrew, slightly crowdsource campaign setting. Before we begin, I would like to give a brief thank you to our sponsors, Roll20.net. They are a great free tabletop solution for games that have to happen, like we're doing it virtually. It's got dice rollers, sheets for pretty much any system under the sun, and ways to just, make your own sheet if you need to. It's got dynamic lighting if you subscribe to the premium or pro accounts, which lets you put walls so that your players can't see the whole map except what their characters can see, which is really cool. And we might get to see today. I don't think today. Maybe depends on how fast we get through content. They also recently launched a special thing that pro accounts get every month. There is a new package from the marketplace that you get for free. This month's offering are 27 Wintry Fae tokens. I am sure we'll have no use for those ever. Right, Zio?
Fae?
Winter?
Yes, Fae.
Friday.
By Brass Badger Workshop.
Neat.
So, thanks to Roll20, and guys, introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Matt. I'm playing Victor Ehrlich, the human antiquarian.
Michelle, I'm playing Nala, the dwarf monk.
Hello, I am Nina, and I am playing Minfie Stonemason, who is a gnome paladin.
Hi, I'm Sho. I'm playing Merrick Tinkerton, the gnome artificer.
I'm Zio, and I'm playing River of Twilight. She's an Arnatico tiefling and a bard. And that's all your players, Karu.
Cool. You guys were quick. Okay, I need to show off one of these tokens.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Can I have it as a pet?
Ooh, wait. Hey, Karu.
What?
In our Frostmaiden campaign, I'm going to eventually get a familiar, and one of its forms is going to be totally a wolf. Or not wolf, a fox.
Oh, wow.
So,
These are nice.
no more penguin?
Oh, no. It has several forms. I can summon it in several different forms.
It does not have penguins, but
Damn.
it has some pretty neat, like, winter-themed monster, fae monsters. So you've got, like, pixies, redcaps, salamanders.
Redcaps? Wait, salamanders? They're fire.
Well, this one's a winter salamander, so it's not fiery.
I want to see. Ooh, I like that.
It looks like a scheming.
Yeah.
It really
looks
does.
It looks like the Geico mascot's up to something.
If you turn to the dark side.
It really did, yeah.
That one's called a White Widow. And the moth person.
Ooh, pretty.
That's really pretty.
You muted yourself, Sia.
Doesn't change the fact it's pretty.
I like
It
So
is.
precious.
I think those are the cuter ones. Oh wait, let me show off this one. I don't know what a Glora is, but
Ooh, I like that.
Oh,
like
that's nice.
like a pretty, but also like you don't want to mess with that sprite.
Nope. I mean, to be fair, you shouldn't mess with any sprite.
Mm-hmm.
You just
Right.
don't mess with Fae.
So yeah, you get all those for free if you have a pro subscription. You just have to claim it. All right, so Hand of the Eight. You all were in Haver last session. and prepping to go and retrieve the book for someone you absolutely trust, Namad.
And rescue the daughter.
And yeah, then Barik uh, from Castlegrass came letting you guys know that his daughter Nadia had been kidnapped by the very same orcs that you guys are after. So you have been hired to help bring her back. And thanks to that hire, you have been given passage on a ship and you made your way to the far side of the island. I did not set that island up. I should have. So we have it in the handout. So okay. It just means we don't have. So maybe I can try setting it up. You were given some items to hopefully help you, and you were given a bit of a plan and a timing or a time frame. You all will be arriving about an hour after midnight on the beach after rowing there for like 5 hours. You have until dawn, which is when the exchange needs to happen, to get to Jando's Spire and rescue Nadia and alert the warship that is just off the horizon, waiting for the signal to attack.
Well, I guess we better hurry.
Yep.
But in order to hurry, we kind of need a map.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Listen, it might be dark outside, but we still need to see where we're going.
Yeah, well, we're not mapping everything, but I am putting the map that you were given of the island because that's kind of important.
Mm-hmm.
But because I forgot to do this earlier, now I have to figure out if I can actually make this match.
And we want to avoid detection for as long as possible, right?
Yep.
I mean that's up to you. If you want to fight every single orc
Not interested.
pirate that's on the island,
If I wanted to deal with all of them all at once, I would have made a bomb.
Wait, why didn't you make a bomb?
Do you expect me to be able to make a bomb in a day or less? I don't even have any of the
3 weeks to.
In 3 weeks.
Not. We didn't know that we were doing.
Not for this.
Yeah,
not for this.
Not for
Not
this.
for this. And if I had made a bomb, it was very likely that we could have caught a lot more things in it than possible. Plus, I don't know that the people of Haver would have not looked into why I was requesting certain materials.
I mean, if you said you were going to be taking out the people who raided their town, I think they'd be like, yeah, okay.
But we had to keep that mission secret.
We had to keep it on the down low. Although
Yeah, but all we'd have to do is say,
it,
hey, we're going to be taking on these pirates.
If we had phrased it like we were going to be seeking justice for what they had done to the town, they might have even paid us for it. Then we would have been double dipping. Damn it.
Pretty kind of double dipping. I mean,
we are.
Triple dipping.
So we need the book and we need the daughter.
Yeah.
all right.
And we also had an incentive to basically get Mega's head as well, if I recall.
Correct.
Yeah.
You are going to get 3 times the pay, or more like double the remaining pay that is left if you retrieve Mega's head, which I think it was 800 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you got 800 gold. You'll get 800 gold for returning Nadia, and if you bring his head, you'll get another 800 gold. Great. So you guys got to see me finagling the map, but I got it.
You didn't
because
have us pinged to the right area.
We had a
because
blank
the
screen.
dynamic was on. Great. So you didn't get to see me moving the map all over the place, trying to make it work.
Sadly, no. So
All
we're
right.
starting at 1, right?
Yes.
Correct. Yes. And now they are correct. Yay. All right. So, stuff you know about the island. The coastline is rocky, has plenty of boulders, except for the 2-mile stretch that it passes through the swamps. It's one of the easiest ways to get around the island, but that means that it is patrolled by the orcs. So you have higher chances of running into orc patrols if you follow the coastline. The forests on this island are much like the forests on the Savan coast. They've got palms, willows, poplars. The floor itself is covered in thick shrub. Because of this, it's unlikely that you will be spotted by the lookouts. However, the forest counts as difficult terrain. The mountains here are worn by age and passable by foot. They're still difficult terrain, and there are some watchtowers, some orc watchtowers here and there. But you do recall that there seems to be a pass, which is marked on the map as 3, that would make it speedier. So you wouldn't have the difficult terrain if you went through there. But it is likely to be watched. So you'd have to figure out how to skirt or deal with the watches. The swamps, again, are difficult terrain because they're muddy. They are insect infested. It is called the Lagoon of Wisps.
Wait. I vote that one.
No.
But.
No.
But.
No.
We're
The
on a time
orcs
limit.
go nowhere near the swamp.
See.
We're on a time limit. You can't loot.
And that is, well, you're going to have to pass it at some point unless you skirt north over the trees, over the forest, because if you go this way, you're crossing it. Like, you're here, right? If you go this way, you're crossing it. To get to the mountains, you're crossing it. To get to this forest, you're crossing it. The only way to avoid it would be to go directly north. And that's the 3 hexes of difficult terrain. And that brings me to...
all the way around there.
Yeah.
Around.
That brings me to your speed. You can travel 4 miles if you're traveling at a fast pace per hour. Which means, because most of this is difficult terrain unless you're going through the coast, you're doing 2 hexes per hour. You do save 2 hours if you go through the pass. And you have 5 hours to get to 4.
Ew.
Yeah.
So it all matters upon how.
And that's traveling at a fast pace, which means you have a -5 to passive perception.
Yeah. This. We are gonna have to do some quick thinking about navigating it.
We could go through 2.
You were
but
muted
no
for
looting.
all of that, Karu. Still
Are you
muted.
It's muted.
Muted.
Hello?
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. You had the map and a 1-day trip on the boat, so you had plenty of time to pre-plan this before you landed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go through
So-
2, but no looting.
If something should happen to fall
No.
into my backpack, then I don't know.
No.
Listen, I just want to make sure that we're forearmed and forewarned. Yeah, that means I'm going to be trying to get 4 arms if I can find them. We'll still have to be able to navigate back as well. We can't just stay at 4. We have to make our way back through. So maybe I'll just mark them on the way, and then on the way back I'll take them.
Assuming we're not being
I
chased
mean,
down by
yeah.
orcs on the way
Yeah.
back.
Mhm. It's a shame that we don't have more than 5 hours, or I could have at least rigged a couple of them to explode on our way back.
How do we obviously want to try to take them by surprise?
Yep.
And going through the swamp, as icky as it's going to sound, it sounds like it's also the least patrolled, so it's
Yep.
potentially the safest way in, or at least to get up to the mountains here.
Are we taking the pass? Because the pass is
But
possibly guarded.
yeah, the pass is definitely guarded, but we have to go as quickly as we can too.
I don't have any magic sort of things. I hit things and I hit them. Well, I try to hit them. Well, uh, do any of you have a way to help us be like surprise?
I mean,
Not really.
I might be able to disguise myself into something else, but I can't change my height.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably make myself look like an orc, but if they go to touch me, they'll know.
There's one thing I could do, but it matters how many people are there. If, say, there's only one guard, for example, at the pass, I could make them fall asleep.
That's nice.
Then you just look like an lazy ass.
I mean,
Reminder, though, that these guys have pretty high hit points.
That's why I said one.
Yeah. It's either one or damage enough of them that they all go to sleep.
Yeah.
So, like, round of fire and then set off the sleep spell.
Yeah. So if there's just one, I can take him down immediately. If there's more than one, well, we're going to have to punch him a few times for any of them to go down.
yeah. On the plus side, if we wind up having to, I don't know, jump off the side of a mountain cliff, I could make us descend a lot safer. To the point where, if we had to, I could make all of us fall very gently.
Or go through the swamp. Do we want to go do we just want to head straight to 3?
I think going to the pass is going to be our best bet. It'll save us a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, we could get to the swamp, it looks like about an hour, and then another hour to get to the pass. Or we could go, basically, I assume this is like the forested areas you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. So if we were to go from beach to swamp, and then swamp to basically there, basically go 3 hexes southeast from the swamp, and then 2 northeast, that gets us to the place we're trying to go. So that's 5, 2.5.
And that's if we don't get lost. It's
Right.
a forest we've never been in before.
Good point. Yeah. I mean, that'd be about 3.5 hours. Yeah, you're right. If we don't get lost, as opposed to
and
1.
3.5 hours is going to be cutting it fairly close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because then you have to remember, once you get to the edge, you know that Jando's Spire is, or used to be, connected by a thin strip, like a piece of land that got destroyed during the Attack of Regrets. So if they're on the Spire itself, you're going to have to go down to the water line, cross that bit of water, and then climb up the Spire. And you've been told that's 200 feet.
Yeah, I think we need to pick the fastest way to get there so we have as much time as possible to do the things we need to do.
Yep.
You're also pretty sure they have a way to get up the Spire, but that's going to be crawling with orcs, so you need at least time to deal with the orcs.
Don't suppose anybody picked up a climber's kit before we came?
Oh, you know, now, but if we had talked about this, I might have sacrificed your +1 to defense to actually activate my rope of climbing.
Ooh.
It's a matter of what we would have wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because that
You
might.
had a night before, so you
And
could
that's
buy
why I'm
a
saying,
rope of
since we
climbing.
had been discussing this
Yeah.
on the ship, if we had decided we needed it, I would have absolutely deactivated the +1 that I put to your studded leather, and I would have activated my rope of climbing instead.
We had.
I mean, I'm fine with it. If
Yeah.
you want to do that, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Okay. So then I guess I'll do that.
800 gold given to us before we left.
Mhm.
Could we have bought stuff? We didn't really have time on.
You were in Haver, so anything that you could have bought in the village, you could have. Climbing gear, sure. Most regular stuff you can, like, nothing too out of the way. There's no like potions shop in town or something. It's a small village. You buy a lot of fish.
Yeah.
Make the
You
place
can make
It's
a
a
lot
shame
of
it's-
meals with fish.
It's a shame it's not a mining village. Because then we could have bought explosives and I wouldn't have even had to make them.
Yeah, no explosives.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we might have been able to get our hands on some black powder, but I doubt it.
I mean, the thing is with the climber's kit, who here's proficient in that?
You don't have to be proficient to use a
Proficient.
climber's kit.
No, it just helps you climb.
Yep.
It just means you don't have to like roll athletics to climb.
Yeah, I'd want one of those.
Yeah.
So all the people with like negative strength are gonna want one of those, because or else you're facing a 200-foot fall into water.
Don't worry. Like I said, I can make us fall very gently and safely.
Into
I'd rather
raging
not-
water with
I'd rather not
riptides.
have to expend one of my only spell slots for that if I can avoid it. But you know, it's
So-
there.
How much is a climber's kit?
25 gold, I think.
Ooh,
We could buy a couple of those for the people who aren't very strong.
That's true.
How many would we need?
Hold on. I also,
Nala's like, I'd rather be safe to start, so Nala would buy one.
well, like I said, with my rope of climbing, I don't need a climber's kit, and I also have a Dungeoneer's pack, so that could probably help as well because it's got pittons and a rope itself.
Yeah, that's another thing you have to think of. Rope generally comes in 60-foot
Yep, that's correct.
lengths. So you're going to need more than one length of rope to get the 200, assuming you're putting it at the top and then going all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, I've got a Dungeoneer's kit as well, so I've got basically the same equipment.
So I've actually got,
I have an entertainer's pack.
I
and
actually
cooking
have
utensils.
120 feet because, like I said, rope of climbing plus Dungeoneer's pack has another 60 foot. So we can buy however many we need.
I mean, it's a good thing to have.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Yeah, I
very
think we
strong, so
got
I'd
one
rather
more.
have, you know,
Mhm.
not death.
As much help as we can get.
Yeah.
So do we just want to use some of the funds we just got to buy some climbing kits?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's keeping track of party loot? Do we have a handout?
I think you have Crunchyroll. You have the Chronica webpage to. Yeah, Crunchyroll's going to be real helpful for party loot.
So did everybody
Creature,
get climbing gear?
perhaps?
So that's 5 climbing gear if they're.
Like
is
I
it
said-
Show getting one?
I don't need one. I've got
Okay.
Dungeoneer's pack plus I also have the rope of climbing, so I'm alright.
So that's 100 gold.
Okay. So it left us with 700. We can't get potions? Nope.
This is just a fishing village.
No, but you have already 2 potions, which you
Yep.
got.
Yep.
Yeah.
So hopefully we don't
Yes.
need more than that.
Yeah. Because Nala has one.
I think
And
that's the
doesn't-
big thing we need is just
Yes. Yep. Going in, considering that we're trying to get out, and maybe cause chaos, I will likely be saving my spells in case there's nothing else we can do.
I'm saving my spells unless someone gets hurt.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, I know.
Though I do have a couple things I can use if need be.
Mm-hmm.
So the plan is basically follow the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is that what we want to do? Like try and get through the pass?
Yeah, that sounds about like it's our best bet.
Okay. And do we want to be as fast as possible?
Once again,
Probably at least until we get to the pass, and then maybe slow it down at the pass to just kind of
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
take it.
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
if these orcs don't go to the swamp, we don't necessarily have to worry about stealth as much there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically fast pace until we reach the pass. And then normal pace after that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kara, you're muted.
That would get you there in approximately like just under 3 hours.
I think
Okay.
that's our best bet.
yep.
Yeah.
That's our best bet.
That leaves you 2 hours before dawn.
I mean,
Let's
don't
do
have to
this
get
shit.
back. So we don't have to get back before dawn. Just have to get there by dawn, right?
No. The exchange for the ransom was happening at 6 o'clock in the morning. So it is now 1 o'clock in the morning. If you guys haven't alerted them before 6 o'clock, they have to go ahead with the exchange to get Nadia back. Like at that point, they assume you failed, and they do the exchange for the money, and they get Nadia that way.
hey
Okay.
guys, just when we get there, keep your eyes peeled for any kegs of ale or anything, because if we have to get out of there, we might want an explosive distraction. Just saying.
Okay.
So,
Right.
let me clarify for my own understanding. We're following the numbers, going through the pass. Once we get there, I'm assuming we're trying to like sneak in, find Nadia, and then say we find her, everything's going really well. Are we alerting them as soon as we find her and then using them as a distraction to get out, or are we getting her out first, then alerting them?
It'll take a while for the distraction to happen.
I
would like to try to get her out.
I think
Yeah.
maybe try and get her out at least partially before we set off the, signal.
Mhm.
I think that's going to really matter on if we've gotten noticed by then. Because if we've gotten noticed and we're going to have to run, signal immediately. If we haven't gotten noticed, then we can try and get away and just make sure we signal before 6 o'clock.
correct.
Mhm.
Yeah, 'cause that way we're a little ways away before we send it up.
Karu,
Yeah.
what did you?
Sorry. I wanted to read it, and I forgot how Roll20 works.
I mean, you know, if you really wanted to, you could always just have looked it up in the compendium too. You wouldn't
That's
have had to
true.
roll it.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering who the heck touched my sheet because it moved, and I was like, "Wait a second!
Yeah, I can.
I know you can."
Just
But I'm
assume
like,
it's
why?
Karu.
Yeah, I suppose.
I was just looking for possible. Yeah, that's not going to
Possible.
work.
Why?
Well, I was thinking Merrick is smart enough to know that one good way of getting off Jando Spire is jumping off of it. But once you have Nadia, there's 5 of you. 6 of you.
Yep. Up to.
Mhm.
That's what I was checking.
Uh-huh. I mean, I don't suppose anybody else might have Featherfall as well. No? Okay.
Nope.
It's
Thought
fine.
about it.
It's fine.
It's fine.
If
You just
we
leave
need
Merrick
to,
behind.
I can just have rope of climbing and jump off too. If you guys are falling slowly, then even if I'm dangling from you, I'll still be falling slower than I would. See? That's still a smart solution.
The other thing we have to worry about is that giant bird.
Oh, the giant. We'll deal with that as it comes.
Yeah,
I'd rather
but
not.
Featherfall might be a bad idea because then we'll be just sitting ducks for a bird.
Like 30
If
seconds.
the bird. That's
30
if the
seconds
bird
is a long
actually
time.
comes.
Are
Yeah.
we just getting her? Or are we also trying to get the book too?
Both.
Oh god, that's right.
Oh, we're supposed to get both.
Yes.
We're supposed to get both.
We're supposed to get both.
We
And
don't know
the
where.
head.
I mean, to be fair, it's very likely that the book will be near where she is.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Because they want
that's why
her.
she's there.
They want. I'm presuming that they want her to decipher the book. So they're likely going to have it close enough to her that she can look at it.
Yep.
Maybe.
But Nadia first. Book second.
I think so. No offense, but I think the life of the person we're trying to rescue is a little more valuable than the guy who's been an asshole the whole time.
I mean, I agree.
I mean, and to be fair, if they do wind up attacking and pulling their attention, we might be able to kind of scoot around a little bit more while we're escaping. And
then-
loot the other thing we're supposed to be here for.
I mean, the book is a lot less valuable to them without her, for sure.
I mean, I'm sure there's other people who can try and translate it.
Yeah.
But the book and her are probably going to be nearby each other, or she might know where it is. So I think getting to her first is the best bet, no matter. Kitty!
Yeah. Of course, yeah. Her first, book second. All right.
And then
Good plan.
is Mega just like a if we run into him we kill him sort of deal, or are we seeking him out? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not, because he's likely to be in the thick of things.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
At this point, he's likely to be closest to the rest of them, and I don't know that we'd be able to take that on at the moment.
The bonus would be nice, but not worth the risk of getting killed and getting no more money.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not in any rush to run into him again.
Yeah. You can't get paid if you're dead.
Agreed.
Exactly.
I would also keep in mind that we're going to want to make sure that if things look like they're turning for the worst, we have an escape route. So do not go in for a penny, in for a pound, if that pound is a pound of flesh.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It means don't put your life, or rather put your life above dealing with extras.
Okay. What a good kitty.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
He has been
Looks so
a pain in the butt all day.
I mean, cat.
Well, we
So, yes.
appreciate Cat.
Yeah.
These are your people. They say hi.
Such a foofy kitty.
We would
All
not
right.
be able to get away with something that floofy.
No, I would
Considering
die.
Especially considering how bad I am at grooming.
Kitty.
Ah, there's the face.
Welcome to Midgardia, where we get distracted by cats, and a lot of people have cats in Midgardia.
I don't think there's
I know.
anything wrong with getting distracted with cats.
No.
Look at that. Oh,
And Cat's got it.
There we go. All right, so you all have now forward to landing your rowboat on the island. You're pretty sure you can just drag the rowboat up the beach and leave it there. It's not going to be found. Or at least it's not going to
get that undercover.
Yeah, it's definitely at least not going to be found in time to be of any use to anyone. And you set off towards the swamp.
Yep.
Onwards.
For the last 10 minutes, you've been traveling. Oh, one question. How many of you have dark vision?
Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing about the people who
do.
don't?
There's only one person who doesn't, because Nina is also a gnome.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Forgot
yeah,
that. It's like,
person,
wait, do
not
I?
people.
But
Right, Matt's the token human.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
The
I
token
have
blue
a
man.
light source. Yeah, I do have a light source, if nothing else.
Okay, so what light source are you using?
Dancing lights.
Dancing lights? Okay.
Oh, it's just
Oh my
So
gosh,
that's what
that's so
dim-
pretty.
Are you using just like one dancing light?
I'll spread them out a little bit.
Okay, so you're using all of them.
Like-
And that's dim light 10 feet? 20
yeah,
feet
just
per...
four torchlights, dim light, a 10-foot radius.
Okay, so each one is a 10-foot radius of dim light. Okay, I just need to know like how much light you're giving
So I just
off.
have like space in the line in front of us. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you could actually see in the dark, and also how much light you were producing for others to see. All right, cool. So for the last 10 minutes, you've been walking. The ground has been getting increasingly muddier and wet. Soon you're surrounded by a gray swamp. After traveling a few hundred feet, the willows part, revealing quite the sight. A ship of some sort, likely a magic-powered airship in ruins. Time and salt weather have not been kind to the ship. Its balloon lies in tatters among the trees. The hull is split open like a ripe cantaloupe. The swamp's water is filling its innards. Painted across the stern is the ship's name, the Gorgon. If there was anything worth discovering among the wreckage, it would be impossible to find it.
lies.
I'm holding on to our shifty gnome buddy and making sure he doesn't wander
Hey.
off.
Hey, put me down.
Nope,
Wait, can you lift me?
probably not, but I'm still grabbing you by the arm.
You know, this one
Word.
detaches. You might want to get the other one.
Are you really gonna detach it?
I have a spare.
That's
As
nice,
you guys
I'll
are
keep this one.
bickering, who has the highest perception in the party?
My passive's 14.
Mine is 14 as well.
16.
Victor, in the light of your lamps, you see movement among the ruins.
All right, I'm gonna just like consolidate the lights back into one, and I'm going, hey, shh, I see something moving.
Okay.
Moving.
Does the condensed lights have a separate, like, how bright is it?
Let's see. It looks like it's the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta show me how to do that sometime.
Sure, definitely.
All right. You have your 10 feet. Okay, yeah, you could hear them more than see them at this point, because your 10 feet radius. Is that 10 feet?
Yep. It's 10 feet.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it is. All right, cool. But the rest of you can see movement coming out of the water. And I need you to roll initiative. And Merrick needs to hold his excitement.
They're still freaking functioning?
For
This is
maybe
what I
30
think it is anyway.
seconds.
But
No.
But
Oh my god, a minus
But-
2 initiative.
oh
Well, minus 1. Oh my god.
hey, but I
No,
can work with this.
no. We don't have
Yeah.
time.
But-
No.
But
Someone will possibly die. Let's be real here. Do you really think they're going to give her back when they get the ransom? She might die. Actually, probably. Now that I think about it, they're not going to want anyone to know about that book.
Also, Karu, you might want to adjust the turn order.
The API failed.
Oh no.
So I'm restarting the API.
Shit. But they... Huh. They're...
Of course, Merrick goes first.
Oh. This is the best day of my life.
Mud-covered automata coming out of the water.
Oh man. Hey, Karu, do they have the insignia of the Dinzer Empire on them?
You can't see shit all with all the mud and rust on these things. But you can assume, since you know the Gorgon was Dinzer, that these are Dinzer animated armors.
Oh my god. Guys, I still have my ID from when I was a student at the Dinzer Military Artificer Academy.
Just do something!
Yeah, do
All right.
something. Do something.
Yes,
Don't
all
just
right.
stand there.
Fine. Fuck it, I'm not even gonna bother with that. I'm just gonna cast Frostbite at the nearest one.
Okay.
So it needs to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. I really wish I had time to talk these guys down. Haha. Takes 5 cold damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack roll. So ice just covered it and made it even harder for it to move. Ice and rust. Have fun.
Okay, gonna thin the herd. I'm also gonna attack the one that Merrick attacked.
Okay.
10.
That misses.
Yeah, I kind of figured. And I'm just gonna stay here, because from what I've seen so far, Victor can be a little squishy.
Less squishy now that he has studded leather.
Still squishy.
Yeah, I'm regretting activating my rope of climbing.
So the first one starts moving. Who goes next? This one's going to start moving. And that's about as far as they can go. Victor.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'd like to split the dancing lights back up and just kind of move them forward until they're illuminating just like an area where all these things are. I'm just gonna make like a box to just, yeah.
It's going to be 5, right?
4.
Oh. There.
That'll work. Okay. Bonus action, and then I'll take a shot at the one that Merrick and River were shooting at for action.
Okay.
17 to hit.
Misses.
17 misses.
That's what I was afraid of.
These are armors.
Okay.
They're made.
Armors.
Yeah, they're basically plate armor animated.
What?
Do
Okay.
we want to run?
I mean, we could
kind
probably outrun them, but that doesn't mean that they wouldn't chase us.
Yeah, you
Sure.
noticed with the two that were moving, just because they were in the like swampy area, they didn't even seem to be exactly human height. They seem to be moving forward on their like arms.
Oh no, they're malfunctioning. Can I please
No.
fix just one of them?
No.
But
No. No.
if I repair it, I could pre-program.
Every time Merrick starts speaking, River just says no.
Alice just gonna be like, I think we should just run.
Yeah, before they surround us, we might want to just run.
Yeah, I'm double moving right now.
That's
but
their double movement.
Well, they
Rust.
have half movement, and they were in the swamp, which gives them another half movement. So yeah, They were quarter moving through the swamp. But now they're on
Yeah,
solider ground, so they're going to be a bit quicker when staking now that they're out of the muck. But yeah, as they come out of the muck, you notice that, yeah, they're missing their legs. It's just the upper part of the body.
Oh no, babies.
Wait, that's why I missed. It's because they're technically prone.
It's true.
good point. Yeah.
Nala wants to look at all of you. Are we in agreement that we're running?
But I guess.
Probably for the best. Yeah.
Don't. Stop it. We're running. Yes? Okay. So I'm going to hold my pop action unless one of them gets to me.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. Because also I can move quicker now, so I could cover our retreat. So just
I'm jealous.
go.
All right, Minty. Remember, you're in a swamp,
I
so you
think
guys
I'm
are in
gonna-
difficult terrain as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Book it.
What direction do we have to go?
Generally south in this case, because that's
Yeah.
where the map has the
Shit,
most
so-
map.
We're gonna have to go through them anyway.
No, they're on both sides of us. We just go south. We can just
We're going south. Okay.
Yeah, we have to go south generally. Gosh.
Mhm. We're on a
Okay, yeah,
schedule.
I'll start booking it.
This fucking sucks.
That is my double move, I believe. And I think that's... Maybe I'll hold an action in case any of them come up to me, but other than that...
You just see Merrick looking very indecisively, like, but I want one, and then he's just gonna double move.
And I'm like waving,
But
Merrick, come on!
this, that's my double move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Because I can only move 25 per. You can see how much this pains Merrick to run away from these things.
Yeah, River's just gonna double move. Like, nope, 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 nope.
I know how to remake their legs.
I don't give a damn! River says as she runs by you.
Okay. So this one. Hey, look, this one can reach Merrick.
Wait a second.
What?
No. Go ahead. Nope. Bad. No.
Bad thought.
Does it just try and like? Oh no! Does it just try and seal slam into me? And
Yeah, the first one fails, but I think the 23 hits.
wait, they're prone, aren't they?
Um,
Wouldn't they be crawling? So wouldn't that be a disadvantage?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
6 bludgeon.
so when I have interception, which means I can use my reaction to reduce the damage the target takes by 1d10 plus proficiency.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So so you take 1 damage.
How many times can you do that? Is it a reaction?
It's a reaction.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
It's great.
This is
Joe convinced me to take this
Uh-huh.
one, so
by
Okay,
far
so
my
you
favorite
take 3 damage instead.
one. No, one because it's plus proficiency.
1 because it's plus
Oh,
2.
plus 2, right. Okay, cool. All right. That's
No,
a
bad.
game changer. All right. Awesome. And then this one needs to double move. Wait. 10. Yeah, double move to get there.
Ooh, they're closing us in.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not good. Could use a. Do I want to use a bonus action to disengage or to move my lights because I can't see where I'm going beyond that? All right. I'm going to use bonus action. I'm going to start moving. Action to dash, and then bonus action to basically move the lights as I'm going south. So, like 10, 20. So these are 10-foot squares or 5-foot squares with difficult terrain.
With difficult terrain, they're basically 10 feet squares.
Okay, 30. I have to go. I pretty much have to go through this. So 40, 50, and I can't see beyond this point. So
Yeah, you moved your. You can move them up to 60 feet, right?
yeah, I can move them 60 feet. So they're basically just keeping up with me. And yeah, I'll go there.
Okay. So you take an opportunity attack.
Yep.
7. These guys are definitely seen better days. All right.
That one's like, but I just got here and now they're over.
Yeah. It's okay. This one has disadvantage. I'm going to assume an 8 does not hit Nala.
No. Does my reaction of hitting it go off?
Yes.
And I miss.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now it's your turn.
Let's see. Okay, I'm going to. I want to disengage.
Do you have bonus action disengage?
If I spend a key point.
Or you can just action disengage as well.
Yeah. Right now, I think I'll just action disengage and then I can move. Okay, this is weird. I can move 35 feet. So it's.
We always round down. So if you double move, you can still move the 35 feet.
Okay. So that's 10, 20, 30.
No. Well, are you double moving?
Yeah, but you said it's difficult terrain, right?
Right. But double moving for you is 70 feet.
Right. Oh, okay.
So you move 30, you still have 40 feet to go.
Oh. So I'll go here. I don't want to get in front of everyone too far.
Okay. So you did not disengage, right? To double move? Or did you spend a key point?
No, I'll just take it.
Okay. The one by Minfie had already taken an attack of opportunity, but the one by you gets one and rolls another 8. Great. Amazing. All right, cool. Minfie.
Let's just keep moving. Get there. And yeah. I'm encouraging Merrick to follow.
Merrick is gonna sigh. I even had a whole speech. And then is just gonna book it because that one already took a reaction, so. 5, 10. Right? Didn't that one already take a reaction? Or no? Curve.
The one by you did not.
Okay, so 5. Whatever. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Watch,
Wait.
now I crit. 9.
No. Okay.
So dangerous.
I-
Much fear.
They're such little. I could totally fix that. I wonder.
I actually got it wrong, but whatever. It's fine.
So
They're
does it
just
look
the
like-
rusted
does
type.
it look
They
like they're
they do have
launched?
legs. They're not prone.
Oh. Does it look like their logic processors are still functioning?
I mean, they're still in working order. These guys were very basic in function and were more magic than mechanical. There is some mechanical to them, but a lot of it is just magic.
Well.
Because these are animated armors, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Automatons.
But
Yeah,
do
not
they look
really.
like they were actually made by artificers, or were they made by enchanters?
They were made by magocrats.
Ugh, so I wouldn't have been able to do anything about it anyway. Never mind. As I was running, I totally would have looked at the one who tried to boot me and been like, "I will come back for you. I promise."
No.
Yeah, from what you can remember, these were probably controlled by some kind of amulet or something. So you'd
Shit.
need the amulet, and their programming basically defaults to when no thing, then attack all it that moves, which is you guys right now.
God, Merrick is just like.
Okay. 50.
Once you get far enough away that they can't actually catch up to you guys, so probably this round is going to be the last one.
I double moved. That's all I can do.
Stupid long, tall person legs.
She's not tall.
Taller than Merrick.
Hey, look, Victor, I can attack you.
Damn it.
Hits. Ooh.
One
Okay.
of them does.
One of them does. I don't think a 10 is going to hit. It's going to be 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I'm really sad that I didn't keep the defense. Because it might not have hit.
It still would have hit.
Yeah,
Oh.
it would have met.
Okay. Meh.
All right, Victor, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action to disengage and action to dash and get away from creepy robot. And I'll drop
Okay.
the light spell at this point.
You will?
What?
You'll be in the
You'd be in
pitch black.
Yeah, no, we're still now. Once we're out of sight of him, I think I will, but not now.
Okay.
Because otherwise, that's the trail of breadcrumbs. They'll follow us.
Yeah. Karu, would I be able to presume that once we get out of a certain range, they will default back to where they were, quote, stationed? If not give
Probably,
orders?
but it might be a good idea to turn off the lights at least until you're...
Yeah. It's not saying that these guys, there might not be more.
They might actually hang on. They might be going. Those might be going out anyway.
Nope, you're good. All right, Nala, you're the back of the line now.
Yeah, I want to action disengage. This time I want to disengage. And I'll be here so I
Okay.
don't leave. Yeah, I don't want to be too far ahead of people.
That puts you more than enough that everyone now is out of a turn of movement from the automatons, which means you have basically managed a disengage and are now moving faster than they can move to catch up to you. So you are able to move away, and Victor, you're turning off your lights to lose them.
Oh.
What? That's not
Well,
what I
wait.
meant.
Sorry. Yes.
Good
Okay,
job.
cool.
Went to unmute and hit the just turn the video off.
Um,
Right.
Once
Yes,
Victor
sorry about that.
turns off the lights, River's just gonna go over to Victor, grab his hand, and while she does, cast Cure Wounds. But she'll lead him since she can see fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
You take 12 healing.
Wow.
It's
Freaking max the die.
Okay. So you continue on through the swamp. We'll go back to the overhead map. Who wants to lead the party? Who is leading the party?
Can I have Bella flying like 50 to 100 feet or so in front of us, just on air
Sure.
patrol?
Yeah, that's cool.
Unless someone else wants to, I can lead.
Okay. I just need to know what token to use.
Ah.
Okay, so at the end of the first hour, you've made it to the other edge of the swamp, where the swamp meets the forest. And I need you to roll a d6 for me, Zio.
Oh no.
4.
Okay. On your way there, you do run into more animated armors in the swamp.
Run away!
Give me a d6.
But
1.
Okay. You run into one that is not malfunctioning at all. It has its full speed, but this time you're aware of it. How are you guys dealing with it?
Running, disengage, running.
Yeah.
you know,
Running.
it will
Okay.
catch unless we have the people with the shorter legs. It will catch up.
It does have a speed of 30 feet.
So we could keep up on this.
Yeah.
Is it just 1?
It's just one.
Do we want to try... How far away do we spot it?
Probably at the distance that it can spot you. So, given you guys have dim light, I'd say about 60 feet.
So we could...
We could still
snipe
run
it.
though. If it's 60 feet away and then we dash.
Oops, I didn't mean to send that.
Okay.
I can do
Yeah,
that.
the problem is, you could. Your gnome friends have, if they are dashing, have
50 feet.
50 feet of
It will
movement.
close in on us. And oh wait, never mind. You're a monk, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, the problem is Merrick and Menfi.
So we could just try sniping it, and as it comes towards us, just try and take it out quickly?
Or you could try turning off your lights. These things, do they have dark vision?
I don't know.
Oh.
Hey,
Turn off
Merrick,
the
can
light.
they see in the dark?
Yes.
Yep. That was a built-in standard.
They have blind sight 60 feet.
Yeah, we're not sneaking by this thing.
So a minor illusion would not work.
So does this mean that we can...
Break it? Yes.
I mean, not break it. Just...
I think we have to
Deactivate?
quickly break it.
Okay.
Go for the legs.
Yeah.
That's
Break
just
its knees.
mean.
All right, back to this, and we're just gonna. I'm gonna assume you're keeping the lights up for Victor.
Yeah, that'd be
And
mean
we'll
if you weren't.
delete those. And is that 60 feet away? No.
That's 40. But we wouldn't have been able to see it if it was 60.
Yeah, so around there, which is basically the edge of each other's vision. And
So initiative, I suppose?
Why are there only...
You might have deleted one because it was next to one of us.
I think you were saying that you were having them in a line in front of you, right?
Victor's Bella didn't see it.
No. Problem is, until it starts moving, it's basically part of the swamp. And there's a lot of these here. Most
Wait,
of
I
them
thought
aren't
we were in
moving.
the forest now.
No, this was on your way to the forest.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, initiative. Let's see how much damage you can do to this thing before it can reach you.
Shit. Not that
Oh,
much.
man. Yeah.
We still have.
Have you considered rolling higher initiative?
How's that?
Don't say that until we see your initiative, Karu.
Oh,
Yeah, see?
okay.
See? You only did better than the person who has a -2 to initiative. Good job.
Okay. Where is it?
Way to the south.
This way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You could bonus action. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll bonus action move. Just kind of move these scooch those 2 lights just over that way, so I can at least see it where it is. Thank you. And then I'll use my I'll ready an action to shoot at it with my hand crossbow if it gets within 30 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll get there and hold my action to like hit it if it gets close enough.
You
Hopefully
know
it
it's
won't.
not going to get close enough, so.
I hope not.
Oh, and I just realized something. They don't have 30 feet of movement. They have 25 feet of movement. So you could keep up in front of it. That's a mistake on my end. However, you're not going to leave it behind. It's just going to keep following you forever. You're muted, too. Show.
Let's break it.
Oh, wait a minute. If it's going to, is it loud?
It's an animated
It's
plate armor. It is relatively loud. Merrick?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we're gonna break it and I'll fix it later.
Yeah, if you have any other ideas, combat has started, but I mean, you have 6 seconds to
Oh
think
my
and say
god!
something before the
One.
next turn.
So give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
It takes 1 cold damage and it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Man, if only you had the other frost attack.
Ray of Frost, I know. But Frostbite seemed more useful. Although I might take it next.
Yeah, Ray of Frost would make it so that you can leave it behind. Okay, so your turn is over.
Done.
River.
Okay. Let's try this again. Because it's within 60. Nat
Nice.
20.
Wow.
I hate how crits work in 5e. Have I mentioned that before?
Just it
The
doesn't
first
make
die should be maxed, and then you roll a second die.
Exactly.
A crit should be guaranteed to do more than a not crit.
I mean, now that you're out of first level, we could do that for this campaign if you wanted to, but you have to know that means any monsters getting a crit
do the same thing.
Get the same
I would
thing.
be down for it. I still would be down for it. Because I don't like it either when you crit and then you get like 4 and then you have a second attack and then you do 12 damage. It's like, like why roll the crit? It's
okay. We can do that. I don't mind.
What's everyone's verdict?
I don't think max base damage would be good at first level, but you're second level now, so
yeah,
you can
we
probably
have more than 10
tank
health.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of an extra 7 damage. There we go. It's not green anymore.
So wait, it would be 8 it'd be 9 damage total.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Take that, you asshole! And I'm done.
No, it would be more than 9 because it was 8 plus 5.
What?
You muted yourself, but because it's easier since the first number tends to have the modifiers, we'll keep the first number and the second number is the max. So in this case, it would be 5
Okay.
plus 8.
Okay.
Just because, like, this one doesn't have a modifier, but especially for the people who have modifiers to attacks, we'll take the first roll and then plus the max to die.
Okay.
Okay. This thing only has 1 attack, so it is just going to double move forward. And Minfie.
Think.
Please try not to wreck it too much. Oh.
That's all I got.
It got close enough to me to shoot at it, so I'm going to shoot at it.
Okay.
For my ready action. Nope.
Ooh.
So the one on this turn, I'll try again.
You
Okay,
Josh
there's
did?
a swing. Yep. Okay,
You guys are like,
so-
wait, let nat 20s do damage now?
11 damage total.
Nope. Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
And I will, and then I'm going to back up about 10 feet or so. Yep.
Right, Noah.
20. 30 and still hold my action if it gets close enough for me to hit.
Okay.
Hey, Nala. If you don't destroy it entirely, even if I can't restore it, I could probably salvage the plate armor on it.
We're on a time crunch.
I know. I wasn't talking about now.
It's rusted as fuck.
Do you think I can't mend that?
Can you
I'm
mend
not
a
gonna even
tetanus?
Maybe. I'm just going to, at this point, rather than waste ray or frostbite, I'm just gonna try and shoot it. Nope. I don't want to destroy it.
That's nice. Okay, I'm just gonna do the same thing again. Nope. And I'm just gonna take a couple steps forward so I'm in front of the squishies.
Okay. All right. Well, the armor gets to within sliming range of Nala and is going to miss
Get whacked.
and get whacked in return. It's looking wobbly. Very
Yes.
wobbly. Yeah, it just goes to swing and you just whack it in the face. It just like swings in the air. All right, Mumphy.
I would like to whack it as well. $17?
Misses.
Yeah.
I mean, you whack it, it just doesn't do much because it's armor. Just slides off the armor. All right. Victor.
Okay, I'll move up a little bit. And take another shot. 22.
That hits.
Okay. For 4.
You had 3 hit points.
Hey.
Yes.
Excellent. The armor goes down.
Hey, Karu.
Yes.
Would it be able to fit into like a 2 to 3 foot opening?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to real quick run up, unsling my bag of holding, slam it down, pop the top, and just be like, I'll deal with you later. There, I won't try anything else for anyone else. Okay?
Can I push Merrick once he's done?
No.
Once he's done with this, I want to just push him into the water. As I
would
walk
like
by.
to not get pushed into the water, please.
Yeah, no, I just walk by.
I don't
and
think
it's
you're
like, whoosh.
necessarily expecting that, but Mary, give me a dex check.
Okay, dex or acrobatics? I'm not like
You can, yeah.
Nope.
Yes. Yes. So I
just get the dirtiest look.
I let him collect it, but as I walk by, it's just whoosh. And then when he falls in and looks at River just has this little smile on her face. It's like, that's for wasting time. Let's get going. Listen.
Karu, I hope you realize that a long-term project might be to restore this thing.
It's just plate armor. But hey,
Yeah.
now you have plate armor to make
Yeah.
your other thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Merrick, you just try to keep your footing and hit like one of those like splorch spots and just go down and are now covered in water and mud as you finally make it out of the swamp to the forest.
I hate
I-
you.
Put you guys on the wrong map. Luckily, that one should have dynamic lighting, so you didn't see anything. Put you on the last map we needed. Okay, so you're at the edge of the forest, and it's going to take you half an hour at least, a bit more than half an hour to cross the forest to get to the pass.
Let's do this.
Yep.
Okay. Within an hour, you get to the mountains and get to the point where the pass is. Who wants to roll this time for encounters?
I want to roll, but I don't want to.
No, not show.
Fine, I'll do it.
All right, give me 3d6.
What, 3d6s?
Yep.
There you go.
That's either really good or really bad.
No encounters. That was a lucky roll. Okay.
Holy fuck.
Yep.
So you make it up the pass. When you get to the highest point, 60 feet ahead of you, you see what looks like two 30-foot tall watchtowers, bookending a narrow passage through the crags. Atop each of the watchtowers are two orcs. A ship's bell has been hung on a pole at the center of each watchtower. An alarm system set up by the orcs. You need to cross between those two.
I have a question. Who here speaks orc?
I don't.
Okay, what is the vilest curse an orc can say to another orc?
Well, let's
I don't
see. I
speak
called.
Oh,
I called Mega's mother a what do I call her? A tuskless nursemaid. That's pretty nasty.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, what if I sent a message to one of the orcs up top in a whisper in orcish that insults the other one there, and they get arguing and cause a distraction to each other?
You do realize that message still has your voice.
Yeah, but I can try and make myself sound like an orc. I'll also be speaking orcish.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
why
just
I'm
making
asking.
you aware that you're gonna have to like.
Yeah, But one, I'm going to ask for how you say it in Orcish. And two, I'm not going to sound like myself.
Well,
Just a suggestion, at least.
interesting. 30 feet. Fuck.
We could also have Owl Familiar just go to the other tower and be an annoying bird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Can we see how securely these bells are tied up or rigged up?
I mean, these guys are sailors, so it's rope
Okay.
that's tied to the.
Okay, so Bella couldn't necessarily try to nip through the rope without probably getting shot at.
minor
Probably
illusion,
not.
Minor illusion could totally have one in the other's voice. Insult.
Or it could be Mega's voice.
Also, just for your knowledge, Matt, I did make you a Dancing Lights template, so you can now pull them out yourself and move them around.
Thank you.
At least they've got the brighter light, so you haven't been spotted yet.
There's no way to get around that. This is gonna suck.
I mean, you could go around, but you're going to lose an hour.
No, I meant there's no way to, like, climb behind them.
That's where you lose the hour.
I sort of like the minor illusion message idea.
You can try it.
But we need to be able to distract both towers at once.
So you could have, well, either you could do annoying burb to one and minor illusion or message to the other, or minor illusion to one and message to the other. The only problem is minor illusion, you'd have to get closer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And no offense, Minfeet, but you're not exactly quiet.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
yeah, I mean, the Bella can go try to be a distraction on the far one, and that'll let us deal with the closer one.
And luckily, it'll just be a very annoying bird.
The other thing we have is the I forget what it's called, the clockwork thing that makes you at least average at whatever you try. So if I do want to get closer,
That's a good point.
but that's
Do we want
We
to
might
use
need
it
that for
now,
stealthing, though.
Yeah.
what I'm
Or
worried about.
or maybe use that for getting Nadia out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's too early to use up our one average luck.
It's once a day.
I've got something that could help a little bit with a stealth check. Somebody. I've got something that could help one person a little bit with stealth. That's what we need it for.
Let's see how the message does. Annoying bird, annoying message.
Actually, let's do this. River, give me a moment. Let me consult a friend as far as the most effective thing to say to annoy orcs. He'll reach in one of his coat pockets, pull out a mummified kobold head, and say, give me some guidance. What's the most annoying thing you could say to an orc? And that's how he's going to cast guidance on River for this.
That's fantastic.
So you have a D4 for.
Okay. And question, because I'm still new to bards. Do I have to spend my if I want to use an inspiration to help with this, do I have to for myself use
You
the
can
inspiration
decide.
before or after?
You can use it after.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm still new to bards.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to send a whisper. Once I basically, with Victor, go through the phrase a couple times to make sure I'm pronouncing everything properly.
No, from the back of the throat.
Orcish is interesting. But once Victor confirms it is correct in how to pronounce it and all that kind of stuff, I will send the message to basically the one who has his back turned to the other. Like, it's basically, I want to make it seem like the person that's behind him is saying something assholery to him.
Okay.
Okay, so...
So these guys are kind of looking... yeah, they're probably have one looking to either side of the pass, so they're not facing each other.
Okay. So I send the message, and I'm guessing deception?
Yep, deception roll.
Okay. So...
Luckily, orcs aren't really wise.
So I get a D4 to this? Yes?
Correct.
14. You know what? I want to be on the safe side. I'm going to use an inspiration as well. Right now, that is a D6. I want to have this as high as possible. 16. Holy fuck. River, goddamn it.
Doesn't matter.
Could have been hard there. What the heck happened to my map? Oh no. It all went black.
Uh-oh.
Let me
I can still see it. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
so
it's
red
mine.
card.
Okay. It's okay. I refreshed and now I can see. Okay. So the orc hears this curse and he turns around and just swings at the other orc. He's not gonna be using a great axe, but I'm just using that for the attack. Which doesn't hit. But the other orc turns around and goes, "What the?" And they start arguing about stuff.
Sweet. How's the bird distraction going?
Yeah, I mean, once this is going, once I see they're kind of distracted, I send Bella flying towards the other two and just, peck, peck, peck. You nuisance.
Okay, give me an attack.
Okay,
Come on, Bella.
go for the eyes.
Okay, so
11.
she doesn't get a hit, but is engaging one and starts yelling and like cursing. And the other one turns around and one is trying to like with his arms to grapple her. So that's going to be a strength versus her dex.
Can it be like zipping around their head and whatnot while it's doing this? Because it technically doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach.
Oh.
Oh, flyby. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, he can still hold an action, I think, for when you come into range.
That's fair.
Yeah, so give me a dex check for her.
Come on, Bella.
Okay.
Okay.
13.
Inspiration. Oh wait, she's not 30 feet. Never mind.
No,
No.
you can't. Okay, so he manages to grapple her. But that's basically happening. What are you guys doing while this is all?
Quickly and quietly sneak
And then we
by.
just start trying to book it.
Yeah.
Okay, so how are you? Like, are you sneaking or are you trying to sneak?
I mean,
I'm asking because if you're sneaking, like, if you want to be able to hide, you're moving at half speed.
They're all pretty distracted at this moment, so I think if we go quickly but try to be as quiet as possible, it's better than being slow.
Yeah.
You won't be able to hide, like, you won't be able to necessarily, like, roll stealth if you're moving.
Why don't we move as fast, and if the other ones start to not be distracted, Minfie, when it gets in range, does that minor illusion thing. How's that?
That would work, because you can do a voice, right? Like a whisper?
Mm.
I mean, the big thing is going to be, like, where are you going to run? Because once you're within the light, if you're not stealthing at all or trying to be stealthy,
Yeah, we should probably try to be stealthy.
They're
while
gonna
this is going
spot
Mm. Yeah.
We need to head
stealth.
this direction or that direction.
you need to go south,
we need
past
to
the
go
two,
through
So
them.
this
through
way.
the tower.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we're
and
gonna
there's
have
not-
to stealth.
And there's not a whole lot of cover here either. Most of it.
Intentionally.
I mean,
Mm.
if you're going to put guard towers somewhere,
Yep.
you're going to cut down any trees.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so that means you're moving at half speed, which means you're double moving. So you're moving
Normal
basically 1 turn, 2 turns to get under this one, which is the first point where they can't see you because you're under them. First attack. So the first round, Bella does not get caught because she takes them by surprise, and they don't manage to do anything thanks to the flyby. But they're now looking at the sky, trying to figure out where the heck this owl is coming from. So you get halfway there. On the second turn, you make it to just below the first tower where the orcs are yelling. You are stealthing. I do need you guys to roll a stealth check.
Oh no, Merrick, why?
Oh, fuck.
You can wait, hold on. Would it have to be an action to do this? I don't want to do it this early, but I'm gonna have to.
River
Should
could
I
have
use-
used inspiration too, but before to give
Before-
to someone. Though I don't think it would have been necessarily Merrick.
No, I'm looking to see.
I mean, question, is Minfie using the guaranteed mid-ground?
I don't think so.
I have.
Mm-mm.
Then
Yeah,
I
I'm
would have
one who
given
has it.
Minfie inspiration, if anyone, because you have the heavy armor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have
Mhm.
given inspiration to the person who has disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. So Minfie, you're 11
Plus
plus
6. A d6.
plus a d6.
D6.
12.
I mean,
So-
it's still better than some of the party.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's still better than the other gnome.
God, I'm really hoping they're arguing loudly
Okay.
with each other.
So their passive perception is low enough that more than half the party passed.
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
So you have not been spotted, and you are now underneath the first of the watchtowers. And that at that point, you hear Bella cry out as her tail is grabbed, and she is snatched out of the air.
Okay.
Can,
Moment.
Minfie, can you send another insult with minor illusion up there so they continue arguing with each other?
It's up on the
There-
one
it's
that
within
we're
30.
closest to. Sure.
Because you can replicate voices, right?
Yes. So
Use one of the other
if I
insults.
hear,
I will say that means Minfie has to roll a deception check.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I'm better at deception than I am at stealth.
I mean, you don't have disadvantage. That's a great plus.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be using the guy's voice, so...
hmm I
Somebody
mean,
could also
at this
sing
point, they're
guidance.
still arguing, though.
Oh, they are?
The two
yeah.
up here are probably the ones who we're gonna have to
So
fool.
would it?
I mean, the other two are
since
not
minor
looking in your
illusion-
direction.
Oh, they
Oh.
not? So they're not looking and they're arguing. So we can still go.
Yeah. Yeah, you can still go. The problem is they're not looking because they've just caught Bella. And one of them's
Right,
grabbing a
they're gonna look
javelin.
Wait, can't you just summon her?
That's what I'm reading. Like, it says that I can make her reappear within 30 feet. How close do I have to be to make her disappear?
I
Just it.
don't think there's a distance.
Nope.
Yeah, no, you can do that. You can make her poof right now.
Poof.
Okay, and we keep
I will
moving.
do so.
Because They're going to be
Okay.
probably looking up for the bird still, because bird, they think flying bird.
Okay.
I just had a thought.
Another round of
there-
stealth.
Just quick visual look at this tower. Are there any weak-looking load-bearing beams on it?
No, these are very well constructed.
Darn. Okay, then yeah.
Not to mention if you push this down, it'll make the bell go off.
True.
Thank
I'm
God
not
we're rolling
useless.
high for Minfy.
Half the party. Half the
Okay.
party. Freaking.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes.
For
Okay.
those listening, Minfy rolled a 0.
And that's not as low as Minfy can go.
But we got
It's
a
not-
21,
it's not
a
a nat
21,
one.
a 17, a 0, and a 10.
All you need to pass group checks in 5th edition is more than half the party needs to meet or beat the DC. The
Glad
DC is a
group check.
10.
Oh.
So, everybody but
Good.
one passed it this time.
Yeah, so you managed to move 25 feet to the south and mostly out of range of the light before the others look to the other tower where you guys were, but you're out of there now, and they're like, what the hell are those two fuckers doing? And you all continue south past
Holy fuck, that worked!
Yes.
with the sounds of angry orcs punching each other in the back.
Is that it? Are we good?
Yeah,
So
you
far,
managed
Oh,
it.
we made it
That was brilliant.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
That was
brilliant.
brilliant. That was brilliant, River.
Okay.
That was brilliant.
Yes!
Yeah.
So 2 hours in, you are on your way through the pass, and thanks to the fact that the pass is not difficult terrain, you have about half an hour to get through there, and then you make it before the 3rd hour to Jando Spire. And that's where we will go on break.
Okay, we will be right back. And we are back.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I just remembered my phone needed charging. All right, cool. Right, so we've made it to the last obstacle. Oh, I am going to give you guys a bit of a side view. And this is another map that I probably should have just copy pasted. I wasn't sure if I was really going to need it. It's really tiny. I put it in the Discord. So that's what the circle there on the map looks like. It's 250 feet out from this like sheer drop. I do have a description. Trees break, revealing a clearing, lit by the dim light of pale Ricoanus and crimson Yudayama. You can see that 100 feet in front of you, the clearing ends with a sheer drop overlooking the crashing waves below. 200 feet from the cliff face, you see it, Jando's Spire. While this side remains encased in darkness, the spire has a few torchlights throughout the ruined buildings that were once home to the citizens of Jando's Spire 15 years ago. The biggest point of interest on the spire is the large castle at the far eastern edge. There are odds-a-daws orcs everywhere.
Great. So, how are we getting over there?
That's the question of the hour.
Yep.
Like, they have to have a way to get in.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, do we see any kind of like rope bridges or anything like that?
Or like caves?
Did I just... Well, you can't really see much of the spire because everything but the top is dark. Remember, like, you have a bit of moonlight from the two moons in the sky, but it's not much. And you are 100 feet away from the drop, and then past the drop, it's like 200, almost 250 feet to the spire itself. So you're looking at it from pretty far away.
Could you have Bella get closer to see if, like, there's, like, I'm not sure if maybe they have a cave system or maybe there's stairs on the backside that we can't see. There has to be some way to get up there.
Yeah, I'll have Bella reappear and then just kind of fly out, do one circle around the spire itself, and then kind of swoop down like in between the space in between and see if there's any kind of caves or or like not elevators, but like rope and basket pulley type of system set up.
Okay. Are you looking through her eyes, or are you just waiting for her to report?
I'll look through her eyes for the first 100 feet because I think that's the range on that.
Okay, right. Okay, so you see her. You're approaching from the north because that's where the spire, the pass was. So the first thing she has, like when you're still looking at her, actually, let's do something. Where is?
It says that doesn't look like there's any range on me being able to see through her eyes, but as far as communicating with her, it's 100 feet.
No, you can't. I don't think you can see through her eyes if you cannot communicate. Because that's what happened with when the other party was doing recon. Where's Owl? Oh, I put it in.
Huh.
No?
It doesn't actually. Your familiar must be within 100 feet of you. Nope, that's the first spell. Never mind.
I mean, that's how we did it with the... Oh, I had a familiars. Okay. Then why is the freaking imp not in familiars? Move it. Get out of templates. All right, cool. All right, so
Don't be rude to Blip.
Owl here. An owl has 60 feet of dark vision.
It is within 100 feet.
120 feet of dark vision.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. Good familiar.
I mean, the only thing it's missing is opposable thumbs, and it would be perfect.
I would honestly say, considering it specifies communicate would include seeing through your their
Additionally-
eyes.
Oops. Sorry, wrong thing. I meant to do the first part. Additionally, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn. So it deliberately says while your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically, and additionally, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn. So it's 100 feet.
Yeah.
Ignore
Okay.
what I posted there.
I'm fine with it being capped. That's fine. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's why the thing that
Warlocks get.
that warlocks get is
ridiculous and awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you on the map.
Yeah, Kono says that.
I have given Zio permission for the owl as well, just so that the stream can see what's going on. The rest of you are still depending on. So owl starts flying, and you can still see at this point, because this is within 100 feet of you. Each of the hexes on this one is 50 feet. So this is pretty much the end of. And what you see is an old manor building that sits atop a hill overlooking the peak. It was, you don't know that, but there seems to be some snoring sounds coming from inside. There are 2 orcs outside keeping watch. It's a pretty large building. But yeah, there's 2 orcs outside keeping watch with a torch, and it's a building that's more or less intact. So it looks like they're using it for something. And then ahead of you, you see right before you, because you get to about there before you lose sign of connection to her, is the remains of what looks to be like a gate. And then past the gate is the drop. You were gonna say something?
I just say like one. Yeah, I'm passing on what I'm seeing to everybody.
Okay. So past the gate, you lose connection with your familiar, and she flies off. What's her speed?
While you're checking that, Karu, the stream would love to see the token for Bella to be embiggened. And we have also got channel points redeemed for Earl Scritches. So Earl
That's a
requires the
wonderful
Scritches.
Indian.
Earl Scritches. Here's some Earl Scritches. Oh, he's purring already.
And Pi has responded with Borb. Best Borb.
Yeah, I had to make sure that Bella also had a good token, thanks to 2-Minute Tabletop for the awesome tokens. I saw that one, I was like, yes, this is Bella. Right?
They do good work.
Mm-hmm.
Those Scritches are brought to you by Pi.
I think this one was by David, actually.
Where is?
Okay, so she flies out, and it takes about 5 minutes for her to do a flyby. No, more like 10 minutes. So it's about 3 hours now by the time she gets back. And she reports that most of the orcs seem to be either, asleep or whatever. There's a couple of lights and people in the remains of the castle. And when she did the flyby at the base of the spire, she found the entrance to a cave where there was light from within. And the entrance to the cave is facing the island. So it's not on the outside, it's on the inside of the spire.
Okay, did you see any way to get down there? Or is this just like a straight sheer drop?
It's a straight sheer drop.
Well,
Okay.
you know,
She also did a flyby to the south side of the drop. So remember with the place where you saw some orcs. She said the south side approach to the spire doesn't seem to have there doesn't seem to be any buildings that could house orcs, but there is just 2 orcs standing guard. So there's 2 guards on either side, but one side has a building that seems to be being used, so there may be more orcs inside.
Okay, so
The
2
other thing she
orcs.
reports is that the space between the spire and the mainland, like the cliff, is there's riptide, there's water, there's crashing waves, but there is also a lot of the remains of what used to be half of the city that was here, the village that used to be on there. So it's like collapsed, like the whole piece of land collapsed into the water. So there's like rooftops and pieces of stone that you can like hop or more like swim between to protect you. But yeah, it looks dangerous. And stop that cat. And but looks like the safest places to cross because you have footholds.
Okay, so we gotta find a way to get down there.
if we need to, there are exactly 5 of us. I could just feather fall us. As much as I want to save my spells, I think that that's probably one of the best things that we could use it for at this point.
I mean, it'd be the fastest and quietest way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to basically sneak over to the ledge and jump down.
So I have a really weird question. Let me see something really quickly, because it's kind of about rope of climbing.
One thing that Bella will say is that if you go through the center, like between the 2 outposts that are guarded, you probably could sneak past without being seen. It does mean that if you didn't want to get close to the orcs, you may have to jump off the cliff and have another extra, like either you have to go along the cliff at the bottom or another 100 feet of swimming.
So the rope of climbing. It's a 60-foot length of silk rope that weighs 3 pounds and can hold to 3,000 pounds. If you hold one end of the rope and use an action to speak the command word, it animates. As a bonus action, you can command the end to move towards a destination you choose. Would that mean if we all jumped, I cast Featherfall and then commanded the rope of climbing to go to a point closer to the city, it would drag us as we were descending?
It can hold. Oh no, that's way. Where is the hold up to 3,000 pounds?
So more than enough for us. We're all pretty tiny for the most part.
10 feet. It would move 10 feet as you're going down per turn, and you're going down at 60 feet per turn. So that would be
So about 4 turns.
4 turns? 3 turns. 3 turns.
It'd still get us 40 feet closer.
Yeah.
And then we would have a rope connecting us.
Correct.
God, I didn't think it would be this useful, but I also didn't think to use it with Featherfall.
So we could do that and avoid getting spotted. And once we're down at the bottom, they're not going to be able to see us or hear us. There's going to be enough noise from the ocean.
Did Bella see any orcs like patrolling by the cave entrance or anywhere down there?
Not in the cave entrance, but she could hear orc noises coming from inside the cave. And like
Okay.
she said there was two entrances to
yeah.
the cave. One was like closer to the light and the noise of the orcs. The other one was darker but had a lot of like riptide effect because of rocks and water.
I mean, that might be the one we want to go for, just because it's not patrolled.
Riptide is really fucking dangerous, though.
It is.
Once we get down there and take a look, we can see, but Riptide might actually get us killed. You don't underestimate that stuff. But for now, shall we try getting down there?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so what approach are you taking? The safest route will take a bit longer, but in like 20 minutes you can get to the outcropping closest to the spire. But that puts you at 3 hours 20 minutes. Actually, you're already at we said 3 hours by the time she came back. So yeah, 3 hours 20 minutes, and you'll have an hour and a half, an hour 40 minutes left.
That should still be enough time, because the thing is, if we're going to fight anything, it's probably going to be getting into that cave.
Yep.
So being as stealthy as possible to keep the alarm from being set off for now. Because we've been making good time everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm just going to use the owl token for now, and I'll extend the view so everyone can see what's going on. All right, so you get here after 20 minutes of careful trekking to not alert the orcs to the north or the south of you. And each of these hexes is 50 squares, 50 feet, so that's kind of what you can see. You have the sheer drop, and you can see pieces of like mini islands dotting the ground below.
Mm-hmm.
At least those of you know. You know that there's that down below. It's 200 feet. It's beyond your dark vision. You can probably see a bit just because of the light of the moons shining off of the water. But that's about it. It's pretty dark. So, are you going with your plan? Tying yourselves up?
Let's do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, how much slack are you leaving between each other as you tie yourselves?
Oh, I can't leave. It's a 60-foot rope, right?
60 foot.
And so that's gonna be like 5-10 feet at most between each person.
So it's going to be 5 or 10.
Let's do 5. That way,
Okay.
if something goes wrong when we land, we can at least reach and tug.
I'm going to assume that you guys are kind of tying the rope to not around you, so you don't use the rope, but like tying the rope to, like, say your belt or something.
We have climber's kits, so we do have extra rope and supplies.
Right, you have the harnesses, so you can harness yourselves to the rope every 5 feet. Okay. All right, and then
Break up the Caribbean.
Merrick is casting Featherfall, and you're all going 1, 2, jump.
Oh, I have to use a reaction to cast it.
Is it 1, 2, 3 jump, or 1, 2 jump on 3?
Oh
God.
I hate this. Have I mentioned I don't like the ocean?
Jump.
All right, so 40 feet of movement forward means you advance 1 hex. So you land on that like little island on the 3 as you get to the bottom, thanks to the rope. Which, yeah, you still can't see you can barely see that
this
line
way, isn't it?
there. That
Okay.
line there is the very edge of Jando's Spire.
Okay.
So you are 100 feet away.
It's within 50 feet of this island, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything I could tie or command the rope to tie itself to on that island?
It will drag some of you into the water, though, because remember, you have 25 feet of rope on you.
If we're prepared for that.
I mean, you could send the ones that have the more strength or athletics first into the water and then have the rope tie itself so that the others can pull. Okay. So that means I need the 2 people in the front to give me athletics checks.
So who has the second highest strength?
I have a 12.
11.
13.
Fuck, I'm tied.
So who's behind Memphi?
I'd want to say probably Nala, if only because Nala looks like
Okay.
she could deal with swimming more.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So
All right.
athletics?
Athletics checks from both of you.
Oh no.
Ah.
Okay. Memphi, you're doing fine, and then you get tugged from behind as Nala loses her footing and is pulled into the water. I need you to give me another strength save.
Oh.
Yeah.
Karu, is the rope still pulling them along then?
Well, the rope can't actually pull them along that much.
I know, but I'm saying, can it pull them out of the water enough?
No.
Shit.
Memphi loses her footing. Who's next in line? Actually, why don't all 3 of you, because all 3 of you are on safe footing. You can either help someone, aid, or
I would.
So
or
a
do a
strength
group check.
save? I think
Yeah.
we all have a +1 show, so it's not really gonna.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
you can either roll 3 times and 2 of you have to succeed, or one of you rolls with advantage.
Fuck it, let's just each roll.
Okay.
River hates this so much.
And is it a strength save or an athletics?
Strength saves. This is basically to hold on to the rope.
Well, shit.
Oh,
This is a
Blub, 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 blub,
mess.
blub.
well.
River hates this.
Okay.
Can I use shape water to try to help push some of us along, or at least be buoyant a little bit to not drown in this immediate moment?
You're not quite drowning yet, but you are getting pulled out to sea by the riptide.
Is the riptide taking us north or south?
North.
Ah, shit. Nope.
I don't
We
like
gotta
this,
get
I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this.
So all 5 of you are swimming, still connected because you're with the rope. You can see off to either side. You are closest to the actual cliff face, but there is a group of what looks to be like roofs to the side that you actually want to go to.
Try and grab things.
Yeah.
We need to try and grab stuff as we go by.
Okay.
Could
Cat,
I
stop
use
that.
Could I use my action to order the rope climbing to latch onto one of the roofs?
You have to get close enough for that. Okay. Swimming time. Everyone roll athletics.
Blah, 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 blah.
Ow. Okay, that's
Okay.
Apparently I'm
Better.
doggy
Like
paddling.
that.
River doesn't
Okay.
like this, River doesn't like this, River
So-
doesn't like this.
Concerted effort and sudden panic give you the strength to swim forward, and the rope manages to tie onto the roof, and you all manage to make it onto the safety of.
Hi, Earl.
Note,
Boy.
note to self. Making things that either allow water walking or flight.
I just don't like this. I don't want like this. Can we please get across?
Okay, well, good news. This one has a connection of little rocks and stuff that you can advance for the next 50 feet without having to worry about water.
Yeah, for now.
So you make it forward, and now you have to cross a last bit of water to make it to where you can see the light within the cave.
Well, so how far is the next connecting thingy, this little thing? Or is it actually not until the cave?
I don't think so. I mean, it's like, 30 feet away from you.
So if we untied ourselves from it, could I get it to tie to it?
Yes.
And then we just tie another rope and tie ourselves onto that.
I mean, 30 feet means you'd only need Mimfy to be
Okay.
in the water to tie the rope to that area.
Minfy, are you okay with this?
I think I got it.
Okay. We'll just make sure to pick up the slack if necessary.
Okay.
Okay, so
So-
Mimfy, give me an athletics check.
Can we be ready to aid in whatever way we can? Like yoink her back or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
23. All right, no problem. She swims forward, and the rope ties itself to that little outcrop, and you manage to get across.
God.
And now you're within like 30 feet of the cave entrance.
There was another one, right?
There are 2 cave entrances, yes.
Where is the other one?
They are. Let me double check. Just switch maps. Like 80 feet apart.
Yeah.
The one with more light is coming out of the northern one. The one to the south has the rocks and riptide effect.
Is there any like ground by that southern one that we could just kind of like scoot along the very edge without going into the riptide?
You can reach you can reach the base, but to go into the cave, you have to swim through the riptide.
There's no way to use our climbing gear to sort of like climb
Or
around
Sideways.
the rock. Yeah, to get in.
Possible. You have 2 possible problems. This area is echoey because cave. Out here, you have the sound of the washing surf, but once you get inside, any sound of you pitting something into the rock is going to resound. Not to mention, everything is slick wet with spray and probably on the slippery side.
So does Bella have to be an owl?
No, but it would
takes
take
an
me an
hour.
hour to change her
redo
or
it.
something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have that time. All right.
No.
Because I was gonna ask if she could be a bat or something that could kind of poke into the cave. But
I can put you guys on the other map.
because honestly, I think as much as I'd like to go in through the one that doesn't have orcs, I'd like to at least see how many orcs are in that one.
Yeah.
And see if we can act fast enough to take them out.
I could still send her in.
Let's just try to figure out quickly, please.
All right, I'll have Bella fly in through the lit one.
The lit one? Okay.
Yeah, we want to know how many orcs are in there, right?
All right, so this is you're like farther off the map to the south. But this is what you can see. So this entrance over here is where Bella saw the light. This entrance over here is the one with the riptide.
Yeah, she'll head
Okay.
towards that one.
So she heads here, goes around, and enters the cave. And you can actually still connect to her from this distance. So you can see through her eyes. There's something missing on this map. There we go. I'm like, where's my
That's
ship?
where they are.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna be asking, like, do we see any kind of boats now that we're down and across here?
Yeah.
Okay.
The cave's small harbor is approximately 50 feet by 70. There are 2 Ozadaz Carvey longships, so these are like smaller than the ones that actually attacked you guys. These are slimmer. And they are tethered to a narrow dock at the center of the cave, and there's a rowboat with supplies, likely ill-gotten gains, is tethered to another dock against the southern wall. Okay, so I put those wrong, but whatever, I can fix that later. At the east end of the cave is so remember this is sideways, so east is to the side. So east is up. The east end of the cave is a sandy beach with another long dock. The beach is approximately 30 feet deep before it hits the naturally hewn stone wall of the cave. There's a mine tunnel at the end of the eastern cave. And that's like way towards the back. In the northern cave wall, so that way, there's a 10-foot wide by 10-foot high hole that overlooks the entire area, and right below that is a campfire with 2 orcs that are sitting there.
Okay. And then what's on the right side over here?
You see 1 torch on the wall and a bit of a entrance and then a door.
Okay. All right, so I'm basically giving everybody like a live update as she's flying around in there. So looks like we at least get to like about here without having to worry about being seen. But there's at least 2 on guard in there. Good news is there's boats in there, so this would be a way of us. That's a way for us to potentially get away.
If we manage to be able to actually sail them.
That's what I do. Did. I still remember how.
Okay.
Well, shall we get going?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So going for the closer one?
I mean,
So you're
Yeah.
going for the one with
the lit one.
The lit one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we've had enough of Riptide.
Yeah.
What? At
yeah.
least none of you have negatives to strength.
Right?
I just don't like the ocean.
True.
All right,
Just
so with
wouldn't
your
be
rope of climbing, you managed to get to the edge there, and this area is you're still swimming, but this area is calmer. You're guessing they probably put the ships out at high tide, so they avoid the riptide happening of the other place because the ships are too long to pass through this passage. And you get nope, that's past the wall. There we go. And now I'm just going to, well, you still have your owl, so I'm just gonna make it so not all players can see with 120 feet. All right. Though technically Victor can only see through Bella if he's concentrating. But what would you like to do? You are at the edge of the illuminated part. You can, I'd say, Nala, with your knowledge of the sea, you can tell that the water in this place is about 10 feet at its deepest point, so it's not very deep. But it is deep enough that if you wanted to try and use the water as cover, you probably could. There's no reeds here, but if you can hold your breath for long enough, you could use the water as cover and just swim underneath it.
We'd have to go this way because otherwise.
Yeah, they see us.
How do we feel about that?
We're no longer in the open ocean, so I'm fine with that. I can swim, I just don't like the ocean. Also, just one thing I'm gonna note. River's foofy hair is just a mess right now, and like you can barely see her. Think Cousin It. Like she tries to move it out of her face, and it just kind of.
I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding and pull out a couple hair ties, or a couple ties, not necessarily hair ties.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She just ties
That's
it
generally
back.
why I keep my hair up and back.
Yeah, so we want to swim when you use the water as coverage. Yeah?
Yeah.
Come on, cat. Stop that.
Or we could just let the cat distract them. There's two. We'd have advantage.
All right. So, you guys can move fairly quickly even at half speed. So, I don't think you have to worry too much about how much you can hold your breath unless anyone has a negative con modifier.
What do you think we are,
And you
Garm?
can always come up to breathe between the ships and have those as cover. So, okay. So you start swimming this way. That's approximately how you're moving, right? In terms of group positions.
Yeah.
All right.
I probably would have been further away.
Nala, as you're swimming, you all come up to breathe, and then you're about to go down again to like go under the second ship and get to the other side. Nala, you feel something wrap around one of your feet.
Uh-oh.
I let people know, but then I tell them to keep going.
You feel like something like tentacly is grabbing onto you from below.
Yeah, so I want everyone else to move on, and then can I hit it? Or can I like try to pull my leg away?
You can try give either one, whichever you prefer.
I would first try to pull myself. So
Okay.
athletics or acrobatics?
That
Or
would be to get away would be in athletics.
Can I help, like, try and pull her with me as we continue moving? Can I just, like, link her arm with mine and, like, swim really hard?
Okay. Yeah, sure. So you get advantage. Good thing.
That's
So,
why.
yep.
Good.
our little gnome of power.
you start trying to like shake it loose and pull, and then you feel like the suction effect of tentacles, and then Memphi just yanks and it lets you go.
I will say, when Nala said to keep going and that there is something in the water, River listened.
So did Merrick.
She needs out of this water right now. She doesn't like this.
So I'm guessing you just zip past. You don't care what's happening here. You just go.
I will trust them, but I'm just gonna say if this had happened to River, she would have screamed.
And that would have been bad.
Yeah, it would have been.
The brief moment where Nala, you get pulled underneath the water and you look at what's grabbing you and you see this huge octopus, and it's like stares at you as you get pulled, yanked back, and it kind of like swims the other way.
Okay.
Well,
There's something in the water.
I hate it.
All right, and you all make it to the shore.
River is out of this water.
Now I need stealth checks.
Oh no.
Somebody
Use
wants-
guidance on Minfie.
Guidance, perfect.
Yep.
Thank you.
Whew.
Beautiful, beautiful people.
We need.
Um,
Oh my god.
You have a D4.
D4 for guidance.
Okay.
okay.
5. Great.
The most of
For
us-
those listening,
most of
20,
us.
20, 15, 20,
5.
5.
Okay, cool. All right, so you're
Yeah,
on the beach. You're in the less illuminated area of the cave. You're being as quiet as possible and all trying to crowd around Minfie so that when she gets out of the water and her plate mail or her chain mail starts to clink, it's muffled. Where are you heading?
There was a door, wasn't
That's a
there?
really good question.
Would we have wanted to go in the door? I don't think so.
As you guys are looking around and huddled there, you hear a barking, louder orc sound coming from the top of the ledge behind the lookouts. And he just yells at them down. I think Victor's the only one that can speak orc. Yeah, Victor, you can tell he's like berating them for like, stop talking, pay attention. Remember, we have an important exchange happening tomorrow morning. And then he walks off deeper into the cavern on that side.
So where do we go?
Yeah, there was
There is a
door,
door
right?
up here.
Okay.
And then this leads further north. You said.
We could try the door. It's closer.
It's also probably in. They could probably see us if they tried.
I could try distracting them again with insults.
Yeah, it has gotten a lot quieter in here. And what was the highest perception of the party? 14?
16.
16.
16. Those of you with a passive perception of 16 hear a faint noise of female whimpers to the north. Like down the illuminated
That's
cave.
where we have to go then.
Yeah. Can I send Bella flying that way to see what else is down there before we go?
She will be spotted.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Like you can, but yeah, she'd be flying right into the light, which would attract attention. She's an owl. She's not exactly a small bird.
We need that fire put out then.
Unfortunate. It's. How far away is it? Oh, it's in 60 feet. I know it's.
It is.
I know it's not quite.
Can
Water.
either of you make like a wave go and hit the...
Yeah, I'd like to try that. Oh, it's 30 feet. Crap.
Yeah,
Is the range on that?
You could
It's
swim in range.
It's not quite water, but frostbite has a range of 60 feet.
That's not going to turn off even a
Yeah.
torch. You'd have issues turning it
know.
off with frostbite.
What if you swam up to here, basically peeked out and cast it and made like a wave? Because then it'd go dark immediately. Like, sure, they'll be able to see in the dark, but they're going to be confused for at least a moment, and the rest of us can go around and start heading up. And you can just swim that way and take cover behind the rowboat.
Yeah, I could try that. I mean, I could also, if I could get onto this boat, I could get close enough just being on the boat to do what it looks like.
That'd be
You'd
noisier,
have
though.
to you'd have to get onto the boat. It would probably attract more attention too.
Yeah. Okay. All right, then I will attempt to swim back to like thereabouts. And yeah, get close enough to basically cast shape water to have a little wave just come out of the water and try to splash the fire out.
I would like to keep.
Can we tie a rope to him in case he gets grabbed by the octopus and we can pull him back out?
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, maybe Merrick's
Anyways,
rope.
Yes.
when the light goes out, he's gonna have a harder time seeing. So
Pull him
being
back.
able to pull and lead him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would like to keep an eye out for the octopus itself, and if I see it, cast a frostbite on it to try and deter it.
Okay. Casting magic may attract attention, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't that have verbal?
Yeah.
Does it?
Most cantrips do.
Verbal and somatic.
Shape water does not.
Nice.
Amazing. That's
Well,
the
then
one you
I'd
don't
like,
want.
I'd like to ready my light crossbow then instead.
Okay.
'Cause that
I mean,
would
that's still
attract
going to be a
less
thwonk.
attention. Not
Yeah.
as loud of one though.
But they might think it's the octopus.
Possible. Okay. So Victor's getting tied to another rope, or are you guys untying yourselves from the rope of climbing?
I mean, might
Yeah.
as well now.
So you're using rope of climbing on Victor, and Victor swims forward.
Swish.
And you use shape water. I'd say, yeah, 5 cubic feet of water falling on top of the
Yep.
will mostly put it out. Like there's embers left initially, at least.
But everything's soaked.
Yep.
Yeah, and there are 3 very confused orcs that start cursing and
And we move around the water and get to up to the. I know it's not technically north, but on this map it looks north.
to the east.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're. Yeah, you can make it to behind the rowboat.
Cool. Oh,
Um,
oh, there it is. Okay, other side.
Are you stealthing?
We have
I
to
mean, we
try.
haven't broken stealth yet.
That's
Yeah.
true. Okay. All right. So you move. Are you moving through the water, like, to go as fast as possible?
But that'd be splash, 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 splash.
I mean, I think I'm going to try to swim, like stay underwater and just swim.
Well, you
Okay.
know, you could always command the rope of climbing to attach itself to the pier. The one.
I mean, the one problem you have is that if you go around, there's a torch right here.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Well,
okay. Then I guess we're swimming.
water
Get
it
Yeah.
is.
underwater.
Yeah. So if you make it
Underwater.
this way, you're basically out of the light,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah, I didn't
there's a
realize that
torch.
there was
There's a
there.
torch up here on the pier.
Okay.
Anybody have prestidigitation?
No.
I wish. That's gonna be my
Also-
next cantrip. Just saying.
Also,
I get another cantrip at
isn't
level
that
3.
Isn't that illegal to use in this world?
Yeah, and so is basically every bard spell in existence.
So is shape water.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Transmutation. isn't it?
Transmutation. Yep.
Yeah, but we just have to stay out of a specific territory, and then we're mostly fine.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm a
And technically,
bard.
I'm not. Technically, I'm not casting a spell. I'm using a magic item. Loophole.
That's how I use mending. Actually, I have a lot of little critters, little bots that actually will do the mending for me.
Anyways, we go through
Yeah,
the
nice.
water and get to the other side while everything is dark and they're distracted with sudden wave of assholery.
Yep.
Hopefully, avoiding cephalopods.
All right. So that lights out. Okay. There are no tentacly touches as Victor makes his way across.
Good.
So you all convene behind the rowboat. You're now technically in light, but if you keep below the dock there, you have the cover of the rowboat and the dock itself to kind of hide behind. But climbing up onto this ledge here will put you in the spotlight, because now they don't even have any light around them.
I mean,
Is the other guy still there, or did he walked off? I thought.
There's 3 there. A 4th came, talked to them, and went back.
Okay.
So there's one that's on the ledge up top, because the ledge is, I think it's 10 feet up.
And none of you have like gust or anything like that?
I have message and Eldritch Blast.
I have mending
20 foot.
and frostbite.
It is 20 foot up. So he cannot get down to the beach easily there, because it's a 20-foot drop.
It means he can just run and set off an alarm.
But yeah, it means he can run off down the... and the other 2 can't get to where he is either. But
I do have gust. What were you asking for about it?
Ooh.
these are torches, so you'd have to do a pretty powerful wind to turn them off.
Gus says you create a small blast of air. Among other things, you create a small blast of air capable of moving one object that is neither held nor carried, weighs no more than 5 pounds. It's pushed up to 10 feet away from you. It's not pushed with enough force to cause damage.
Wow, that. Huh.
Yeah, so that's not going to be enough to turn off a torch on its own.
Okay. How securely does it look? Is it like how securely is it in? It's set in its sconce.
It's probably one of those where it's like a loop that has an actual torch in it at an angle, so that it doesn't like fall off.
Okay.
So not too secure. Like it's not like a lamp or anything. It's just a torch in a sconce.
Okay.
But because it's a
I could
torch,
have
you have the
Bella-
like pitch and everything, and that's why it's hard to turn off. It's not a candle.
Right. I mean, I can make Bella appear next to it and just pick. I mean, could she pick it up without being set on fire? Is the question.
She could, yes.
I could just pick it up and fly it. Yeah, just pull it out of there and fly away with it or something.
Asshole bird!
She could do that to one. You do have 4 torches to deal with.
That would at least get everyone looking towards the asshole bird.
Maybe some weird sounds to go with it?
We do have my.
I can do that.
And they'd be able to tell it's a bird.
Yeah, God, this is the time I wish I had prestidigitation the most. Holy fuck.
Okay.
Hey,
Then, I
Hikaru,
guess-
you remember back when I fiddled with the thing with frostbite so that it could put out a fire?
Your fire extinguisher arm?
I imagine I probably would have been like, this is useful during the time we had down when I was doing the other stuff, and just wanted to make it a little more stable if I decided to do that again. Could I? I imagine I'd be sacrificing like range for it, but that's fine.
Yeah, you'd have to get within, like, you'd have to get closer, and you'd be in plain view as you do that. And it's not exactly quiet. It's fire extinguisher loud.
God damn it, I wish I had a bomb.
Question. Is there any sign of something around these torches that could be used to put it out? Like, do they keep anything nearby that they can turn off these torches if need be?
I imagine there's a bucket somewhere, but give me a perception check.
14.
Nowhere within sight. There are a lot of things on the rowboat. Maybe they have a bucket there. But assuming they have like a cave of supplies, they may just like whoever's turning off, like if they need to, they probably just bring a bucket along. It doesn't look like they have a like thing near the lamps because they don't really have a need to suddenly turn off these lights.
I mean, if necessary, we're close enough that shape water could be used to bring up a stream of water and take with us.
I will also say you are of 1 hour left.
Yeah, we've got to.
Yeah, we gotta move. All right. So just to clarify, we're worried about these two seeing us if we go north, or there's something to the north seeing us if we go to the north.
Well, you still have the two on the beach. They are currently busy trying to relight the fire and complaining about freak waves because like there is no waves in this area. You can hear them complaining about Wobbly being a brat.
That's the octopus.
I
Wobbly.
I think if we have Bella take that one torch and start flying off with it, they'll be way too distracted. And the thing is, once Bella's flying with the torch, it's going to be making weird shadows all over the place because moving light. We could probably use that distraction to get up north. Just move quickly and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will have Bella basically fly out, grab that torch, and then just fly. I'll have her for fun. I'll have her fly with it, towards the other tunnel, the Riptide tunnel.
Make sure to swoop by them though. Like swoop by them with the torch and just like try and make as many shadows and distractions as possible.
Okay.
All right, so she'll go that way first, and then that way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okie doke. Sounds amazing.
Dumb
they weren't
bird.
expecting her, so they can't actually freaking do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The bird's
so
just
this one
being
will
a
go
shit.
over here and then that way. Giving you a bit of darkness in that area.
Well, I think we're all gonna try scooting in while they're busy distracted by Owl.
Yeah, more importantly. Okay, let's you will still need to give me a stealth check to be quiet and as small as possible so that movement out of the corner of their eye is not spotted.
Mm-hmm. At least they'd have a disadvantage on perceiving us because of Owl. Maybe.
Nala just takes Miffy into her arms.
All right, so you all pile up, and thanks to the power of friendship, Mimphy's noise is masked, and you have successfully distracted these guys enough to get down this corridor.
I am definitely gonna have to think about insulating Mimphy's armor somehow.
Oh yes. we
So
need to like add cushioning to it or something.
That's actually not okay. So what do we still hear whimpering?
Right ahead
Yeah,
of us.
so you get here. There's a small corridor that branches off to the north, and at the end of that corridor you can see a door. And then the branch that looks like it used to be like a mining shaft, past the last torch, you hear someone who was like sniffling and has now like kind of stopped and is listening because she's not distracted by what's like she can only see forward. And you hear in a language that none of you know, a questioning.
Even if we don't understand the language, do we recognize what language it is?
Give me an intelligence roll.
How do none of us know the language?
23.
22.
It's as far as you're aware, it's probably Sylvan.
Huh.
Anybody know Elvish? Because that's close. It's like dialect difference.
I've got Common, Orcish, and Elvish.
Dialect difference.
Yeah, you can't really
I also rolled a
understand
12.
it. I mean, it's separate enough that you can't really communicate if you have Elvish or Elven. But it is a female voice.
But it's like whimpering.
Well, she stopped whimpering as you guys came closer, and best guess she's saying hello in Sylvan, like a questioning.
She might recognize you.
Yeah, I'll step forward and say, Nadia, is that you?
The response you get is not in common. She keeps speaking Sylvan, but the voice becomes slightly like pleading.
I'll just say, if you don't want to leave, if you don't want to, I'm Victor. If you want to get out of here, my friends and I can help you. Staying in common, but
You hear the slight rattle of chain, and another like pleading call.
I can help with that too. Yeah, Merrick, she's chained up. Come on, let's yep. Pull out some of my own.
Cool.
Okay. So as you approach, you see this small elven-looking girl. She looks almost like what, kind of like a mix between an aquatic, fae-ish looking elf, and she's got like dark blue hair, and she's wearing this like sealskin cowl.
I'm so mad that I don't have comprehend languages. I'm so upset.
Did you say something, Sue?
Is this a freaking Selkie?
That's what I was thinking.
Me too.
There's a bunch of like half-gnawed fish heads.
Oh, it definitely is a Selkie.
And she's chained to the wall behind her.
How tall is she?
Just about as tall as you are.
Really? Because I'm short.
Yeah, she's short too.
Okay. I'm gonna
Look at her
Victor.
token. Just
I know.
tiny.
I'm gonna look at Victor and just motion to my thieves' tools and then approach. I'll work on one chain.
Okay. Yeah, I'll work on the other ones.
Okay, so what are you doing, Thieves' Tools?
Yep.
Yeah, try to
okay.
lock the chain.
Okay.
Is it Dex or is it Intelligence?
This would be Dex.
Okay.
15.
Well, I'm struggling a little bit.
Yeah, it takes you a bit longer.
It's fine.
But you eventually manage to free her. And she's at this point, like as you guys are working and you free her, and she just like smiles and gives each of you a quick hug.
Hug her back. Don't be rude.
And then starts to run south, west.
West. Oh yeah, back
Down
way
the corridor.
Yeah, back the way we came.
I hate to say this, but if she's going to be a distraction, we might want to go through the door.
Where is the door? Oh,
I'm assuming the other girls are letting her pass.
Oh yeah. River just makes a motion of be quiet as she's going.
So what are the rest of you doing as she runs south?
Door?
West. The door.
Yeah.
Down the corridor?
Yeah.
Might as well while she...
Okay. So all of you scoot towards the door, and you hear the orcs have, the owl situation has been passed, and they see her, and you hear a shout. Is anyone like whoever's in the back or something just watching this?
River is peeking. Absolutely.
Okay. So you see her run to the edge of the dock, jumps into the air, and in the mid-air she turns into a seal and then disappears under the water without a splash.
Yeah, we need to get through the door now.
Yeah.
Yep. So down corridor, indoor.
All right. I'm gonna assume you guys close the door behind you, and I'm just gonna
Yep.
past.
Yep.
All right. So, past the door, you enter into the first area that's actually like man-made with stone ground. This area is an empty room. To one side where Nella is, there's this like little peak hole that that you can see the rest of the harbor area. You also see that there are stairs going north upwards and 2 doors and a torch lighting the way.
Up we go.
I guess.
Okay. So which door are you trying? Up or down? Or well?
Can we check?
You
check
can-
them and make sure? I mean, you're talking about those two over there, right?
Can we hear anything past either of them?
Not currently, no.
Can I check them for traps?
Okay. Is anyone looking around the bend?
Yes.
Okay. Well, whoever is you can move your tokens now.
Yeah, I'll check the north one for traps first.
Okay. As far as you can tell, no traps.
Can I peek around the bend?
Doesn't seem.
Okay. Doesn't seem like either of the doors is trapped. This looks like very utilitarian, regular old doors. Bits maybe waterlogged here and there, but for the most part, they're fine. River, you look down the other corridor and you can see another set of stairs leading to another door at the end of the dark corridor. Spatial knowledge wise, your best guess is that door leads towards the outlook, where you had seen.
So not going through that door.
And you do see another door heading basically south on that area.
River will go back around the corner again, just in case someone shows up, and explains, 2 doors. One of them probably goes to the outcropping where the orcs are. What's in these doors?
I'll open the north one if it can be opened.
You quietly.
Seems like they're safe.
Quietly open the one to our north, and it's basically a closet. There's a bit of supplies in there, but
okay. South one.
You open the south one to spot a room that is roughly 20 feet wide east to west and 10 feet wide north to south. There's 2 exits, one you can't see just yet, but you're assuming is the one that you were just told about. It is cluttered. It's just a mess of barrels, chests, random furniture, other oddities, basically everywhere. And as you step in to look around, you see a large orc sitting on top of a table, peeling a potato.
Is he facing?
And he just looks at you,
No.
and he goes, "So, you're here to save the girl, huh?" And that's where we're going to end the session.
What?
Oh my god, I love that. I love that so much.
Wow.
Hang on, I'm just going to move for a sec so the stream can see.
Wait, hold on. I have to see it too.
Yeah, I'm just...
Yeah, just go into the room. There's...
Okay.
Oh, hello.
I have to move in so the stream can see
How?
this orc who just calls us out on our shit.
How? God, why are we ending here?
Time.
That's not
I don't
fair.
know.
Because that's where we were ending. People have to go to bed because they've got work tomorrow. But hey, we do have a session next week, so you don't have to wait 2 weeks because that's going to happen sooner or later. Yeah, come back next week to see what's up with this orc who absolutely knows what's going on here.
And seems chill as fuck about it.
Just peeling a potato.
Maybe he's the one nobody likes.
Anyways, thank you so much for watching our shenanigans, and have a very good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.